Hey guys, Pat Para. In this video, we're going to talk about melodic rapping. One of my subscribers asked, this is a live video, so you guys can ask questions, but one of my subscribers asked how to do melodic rapping, how to melodic rap. And in this video, because it's one of my favorite subjects, I wanted to talk about it and also kind of give you space to be able to ask questions live here. Let me see. I'm just trying to see what these settings are here real quick. Oh, interesting. All right, so I'll try to pick like something cool. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about melodic rapping. So if you have any questions about melodic rapping, definitely ask me a question during this session. So melodic rapping is one of my favorite subjects. I've always liked melodic rappers. Hey, what's up? Aero X Evolver. Hi. I've always liked melodic rapping, like the Far Side, you know, the new rappers like Chance the Rapper, Kendrick Lamar does melodic rapping, Eminem sings. And melodic rapping, what's up, The Gamer? What's up, man? So melodic rapping is really cool. It's like a big trend kind of taking over hip hop, and it really makes songs more interesting. Like Drake is probably the king of it. Right now, Drake is kind of singing, right? So a lot of rappers are wondering if they need to take singing lessons to sing better. So a lot of people have been asking, oh, do I need to take sing lessons? How do I improve my voice? And the good news with hip hop is that you don't need to be a really great singer to be able to do melodic style rapping. Like even Jay-Z will try melodic rapping, and Jay-Z can't sing, and a lot of rappers can't really sing that well. Kanye can't really sing that well. He'll use a lot of auto-tune, but a lot of people starting out are afraid to kind of experiment with their voice in a singing way, especially if they've never had any vocal training. And so in this video, I want to kind of give some tips, try to help you guys out, because I love melodic rapping. I always try to incorporate some kind of melody in my songs. You know, I'll do guitar singing, songwriting songs which are singing, but I also like to always have like some kind of melodic element in like a chorus or maybe in a verse. J Deep says, it seems as though when you melodic rap, you fall off beat. Thanks to you, I can freestyle a lot better. Oh, cool, that's really awesome. That's cool, The Gamer, thanks for letting me know that. So if you have any questions about melodic rapping, someone just said, I'm gonna read this comment. Someone just said that when they melodic rap, they fall off beat, like, or they have a hard time staying on beat when melodic rapping. And that could be for a few different reasons, but we're gonna talk about some cool stuff here. All right, so again, like melodic rapping is huge. Chance the Rapper won Grammy, and he's just kind of like singing, rapping. And so the best way to start melodic rapping is to basically, whatever beat you're listening to, try to focus on one instrument at a time. So try to either pick a bass line or a guitar or a piano. Maybe you're gonna hear something that goes da 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 da, and then what you want to do is kind of give yourself permission to try to match that that sound. So if the sound is da da da, then you can just play with some lyrics. Starting out, you just kind of want to match it exactly. So maybe just be like, I'm the man, you know, okay. So someone just asked, they're working on a rap song, and hold on, let me see how to answer it. Let me see how to get, hold up. Okay, thanks to you, I can freestyle a lot better. I'm working on a rap song about choices, but I'm trying to make a melody, but I don't have vocals. So you're working on a rap song about choices, you're trying to make a melody, but you don't have vocals. Does that mean you don't have vocals, like you haven't sang on it yet? Or are you making a beat? Tell me what you mean by that. But the best way, like if you already have a beat and you're working on melodic rapping, is just pick one instrument. A lot of people get overwhelmed when they hear a lot of different instruments. There'll be like a different bass line, a different like keyboard sounds, there'll be a different maybe a guitar sounds, and they're not sure which instrument to focus on. So it's best to just pick one sound and try to give yourself permission to try to kind of sing along to it. Doesn't matter if you sing good, doesn't matter if you're singing perfect, just giving yourself permission to try Like I want to have Arrow X Evolver says, I want to have a good chorus, but I can't sing, right? So there's a lot of things you can do. If you feel like you can't sing, there's a lot of things you can do. The first thing though, like with anything with rap, with a lot of people have issues with rapping is that they don't give themselves permission to try different things, you know? When people get stuck thinking it needs to sound a certain way, then a lot of times they don't even try, you know, experimenting because they think the rap needs to sound a certain way. But the most important thing with anything with rap, when learning anything, is to give yourself permission to experiment. And so with singing, you just want to give yourself permission to, even if you can't sing, even if you feel like you're horrible at singing, give yourself permission just to try to match the melody when you're listening to it. Try to feel the emotion of the melody. That kind of helps. Feel your heart. Like I like to put a lot of emotion. I think all artists like to put a lot of emotion into their music because it helps people connect more with the music. But one thing you can do is kind of focus on your heart, and while you're focusing on your heart, try to match the melody that you're hearing. And again, it gets tricky when you're thinking about different instruments, but try to just pick, the key is to pick one instrument, one of the instruments, just pick one instrument and try to sing the exact melody of the instrument. So if the melody is dun dun dun, so it'd be like, I'm the man, you know, I'm the man, I get all the hoes, you know, and so try to match it. So whatever that melody is that you hear in the beat that you're trying to write to or that you're trying to record to, is try to match that. And starting out, you don't have to even worry about words, just try to hum along to it. And then that'll give you the flow of the beat, that'll give you the flow of the song, and then you can add lyrics later. But the main thing is just start out practicing, giving yourself permission to just, you know, start singing. Because it's a totally different part of the brain. I don't know if it's a totally different type of vibe when you're, as opposed to just rapping or allowing yourself to melodic rap. It's a huge shift. So it's really important to give yourself permission to take that leap and try the melodic rapping at least. I've had challenges in my private group where we have melodic rapping challenges, and when students do it, like they've never melodic rap before and they just sound really cool. So the main thing is just give yourself permission to just try a melodic freestyle, maybe a melodic written, and make sure always that you're writing to the beat. Like it's really hard. I think a lot of people struggle with their flow when they're trying to use a rap that they've already written over a beat, over a new beat, right? So make sure you're writing to a beat fresh, and that'll help you stay on flow. J-Deep says melodic rapping is hard because you feel corny. Okay, so you feel corny, that's fine. It's okay to feel corny. The main thing is to keep trying it, and as you keep trying singing, you'll feel more confident. I'll answer questions about freestyling later. I have help for freestyling. Okay, so the other thing I want to mention, I'm going to recommend a course at the end of this. There's a really cool course by a friend, or this guy named Aaron, who teaches really simple singing exercise for people who want to get more serious help. I'll recommend something, but for right now, the main thing is just to give yourself permission. Or in the description, I'll have a link to a course. And if you want more help with freestyling, also have a link to my courses below on that. But the main thing with melodic rapping is give yourself permission, try it out. Even if you feel corny, even if you feel stupid, even if you feel weird, I guess it's about building confidence in your voice and that aspect. That's true. It's really about building confidence in your voice and allowing yourself to be vocal over a beat. And the cool thing is when you're practicing alone, you're alone. Nobody can hear you, right? So recording is an awesome way to experiment with your voice, get used to your voice, and to fall in love with your voice. Because starting out, actually the biggest issue is just not being confident in your voice. Okay, so what I really recommend doing is, if you have any recording equipment, make sure you're using some kind of recording equipment where you can monitor your sound, where you can hear your voice amplified in your headphones so that you can get lost in your own world and just kind of get used to your voice. I'm trying to do some, Mullet Nation says, I'm trying to do some freestyle stuff like up church to 10 toes down beat, but I can never keep a good flow and I run out of things to say. I have a video on my YouTube channel for free that says it's one way to never run out of things to say. The main thing when you don't want to run out of things to say is just change subjects. You know, people run out of things to say when they're stuck on one subject. So when you're freestyling, it's like, allow yourself to go off on tangents. It's okay to be crazy. It's okay to go all over. Remember the 2 golden rules of freestyling: don't worry about rhyming, and don't stop if you mess up. Even if you stutter, even if you have to make up words, even if you just spit gibberish, the main thing is to just force yourself to keep going for at least a minute, and things will start to flow for you. And if you want more one-on-one training, my back and forth training is below, where I go through 4 steps with you back and forth on camera, where we go repeat after me style, and that will get you a lot more confident freestyling faster. But watch my video. It's like how to never run out of things to say, limitless ways to freestyle. So just try to stay on the beat mostly. Yeah, so when you're first starting freestyling, the first thing is just count to 4 over the beat. Count to 4 over the beat, like out loud. That's the first thing you want to do. If you're first getting started at freestyling, the first thing you want to do, because most people have a fear of being vocal. So the first thing you want to do, really simple, just count to 4 out loud. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and bob your head to the beat while you're counting to 4, and that will help you stay on beat while you're freestyling. And then once you can count to 4 over the beat, then you can start adding more elements and start, you know, putting more lyrics into it. Okay, there's another question. Let me see.
I don't want to walk behind you.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Let's see. I'm out in public right now. This is my first live video in a while. I'm trying being out in public, trying to test my fear. Okay, another question we have is, how do you keep your flow consistent? I always start speeding up and then fall off beat. The main thing, okay, so you're playing a beat. Hopefully you're rapping to a beat. I'm not sure if you're rapping to a beat, but to keep your flow consistent, I wouldn't really worry about keeping your flow consistent. Having dynamics flow, like rapping slower and faster, is actually really cool. Like rapping slow, rapping faster, and switching it up, just based on how you feel, whatever kind of is coming to you. Staying consistent, if you're talking about flow and rhythm, is not, I wouldn't really focus on that. I would focus more on just making sure that you can keep going for at least a minute, and that will help you freestyle. All right, so is there any other questions you guys have? We talked about melodic rapping. I really recommend you guys just put on a beat, try to find one instrument, in the song, try to pick out either the bass line, the keys, or the guitar. Whatever you hear melody, you know, maybe it's going dun, dun, dun. I keep getting stuck on that one because it's stuck in my head right now. Dun, dun, dun. And then just try to match it. Try to hum along to it. Try to be like dun, dun, dun. And then after you hum along to it, then add some words. But I'm the man, or you say your name. My name is Pat. I'm the man. I get all the girls. I'm the man. I feel crazy out here in the parking lot. I'm the, you know, so whatever, just start adding words, and that'll help you kind of start melodic rapping. Main thing is to give yourself permission. And if you've watched this far, oh yeah, but how do you go from fast to slow without falling off during transition? I feel as though when I start transitioning, I choke. Okay, so it sounds like you're in your head too much, because the main thing is, you want to let it feel natural. If you're not worried about rhyming, I'm not sure if you're talking about freestyling or writing, but if you're talking about freestyling, the main thing is, don't worry about rhyming, don't worry about messing up, and when you don't worry about rhyming, that's when all these unique flows come to you, right? Because when you get stuck trying to rhyme every line, that keeps you kind of very rigid, and it just kind of messes you up. Okay, freestyling, cool. So yeah, when you're freestyling and you're trying to rhyme every line, that's how you're gonna mess up. But if you give yourself permission to not rhyme every line, and to like, you know, even Rich Chigga just has a new video. You should watch Rich Chigga's new video. He sings in it, and he raps in it, and he purposely doesn't rhyme on a few lines, right? And that makes it really unique. It makes it like your brain wouldn't expect it, and it kind of wakes people up. It kind of, oh, that's interesting. Then he goes back to rhyming, and then sometimes he'll go off rhyming. And freestyling is a great way to practice that, you know, because you don't have to rhyme every line, and by not rhyming every line, that's how you're gonna come up with more unique flow patterns just naturally, okay? So while you're freestyling, just again, don't worry about rhyming, keep going if you mess up, and that should help you. When you're more focused on the beat and the flow, then and you just allow yourself to go wherever, like where everything's cool, then you're not going to really trip up. But if you're having trouble staying on beat, the main thing you can do is bob your head to the beat first. Bob your head to the beat, and while you're rapping, bob your head to the beat. And so while you're freestyling, you know, and you're switching up, you have a beat to go to. You're doing something physical to help you stay on beat, whether you're switching up from going fast or slow. You know, that could help. Just bobbing your head. Okay, so cool. So another thing. So I have my freestyle course below. Do you guys have any more questions? If you guys could help me out, for people who haven't got my freestyle course, I was wondering if you guys could tell me why you haven't got it yet. You know, why aren't you on my freestyle course? If you guys want to learn how to rap better, I'm wondering why you guys aren't in it. Because you guys, all these issues would be solved if you guys were in my class. But I'm just wondering why you haven't got it yet. Why is my freestyle better than my writing? I always get tired while I want to write. Oh, that's a good question. How often should one practice seriously to get good? All right, so I'm gonna answer these one question at a time. Why is my freestyle better than my writing? I always get tired when I want to write. Dude, that's a good question. I feel that too. I actually love freestyling. It's a lot easier to freestyle for me than it is to write at this point. I started out writing raps, and I wasn't confident at rapping out loud. And then once I started freestyling, I was more confident that okay, you can't afford it. All right, well, I'll see if I can help with that. How often should one practice seriously get? All right, I want to get back to this question. Why is my freestyle better than my writing? I always get tired while I want to write. All right, so this is a really good question. If you already can freestyle, that's really great. Freestyling will help you so much with writing. Freestyling, but writing is a different type of mindset. Like it's not as in the moment. It's really great to use your freestyling to write raps. I think one thing that can get people caught up when they're writing raps is that they want it to be in a certain way. They want it to be a certain quality. You want it to be like really, really good. If you're gonna take the time to write out a rap, you want it to be really, really good. And if you're writing a beat and maybe you're feeling it and you have this, you see the potential of this beat and you see it could be really, really good, what happens is you put a lot of pressure on yourself because maybe you have a couple lines that start out really good and you start to put a lot of pressure on yourself to make the rest of the song that good. And so it could be something like that where when you're freestyling, you're not really worried about it being perfect, and so it's easier to freestyle. But then when you're writing, maybe you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. I know I do that with myself. Like I'll put a lot of pressure on myself to make the song really, really great, and that will stop my flow with writing. So what I really recommend doing is whenever you get stuck, when you're writing raps, whenever you get stuck, is you just start freestyling. So if I have a line that I really like I'm the best rapper in the world, but I don't know what comes after that. Now this is not really a good line, it's a really corny line, but if I have my first line is I know I want it to be I'm the best rapper in the world, I might try to freestyle something after that. And what I'll do is I'll keep freestyling until I come up with a line. And that's what Lil Wayne does, that's what Chance the Rapper does, is they use freestyling line by line to come up with the rest of their raps. And so this way the writing still has the flow of that freestyle. Like Farside, yeah, like Farside, they said they always freestyle before writing over a beat. Like if they're gonna rap on a beat, they're gonna write to a beat, they always freestyle on it first because they want their written to have the energy of a freestyle, because energies of the freestyle, so it's a lot more live, it just has more energy, it's more interesting, it's more dynamic because the freestyles can go anywhere. So yeah, I really recommend just freestyling. And some people will write freestyling, they'll freestyle line by line, or they'll record it. Well, they'll record their first freestyle line, then they'll pause it, keep playing it back, keep rapping in their head. Then once they have the next line, they'll freestyle that line and just keep on going like that until they have the line. So you can do it with writing, or you can just do it by recording. That's how Lil Wayne does it, because he doesn't want to leave evidence. He calls it premeditated murder. When he's writing down raps, he calls it premeditated murder. So that's why he just freestyles line by line, so there's no evidence. So that's Lil Wayne, but I like to write. I actually like to write it down. Okay. All right, so thanks for watching this. You guys have any more questions? Let me see if there's any more questions real quick. I have a bonus for people who stick around to the end. I have a bonus. I want to give you a course. I'll show you how you can get a course for free. I just made a beat making course about how to make beats so you can make unlimited beats without having to pay like hundreds of dollars to buy beats. A lot of my students kind of wanted a way to make beats, like a super simple way to make beats. So I'm going to show you a way that you can get that for free, but let me see. Okay. How often, J-Deep says, how often should one practice to seriously get good? Okay. How often should one practice to seriously get good? Okay. To get really good at practicing, or to get really good at freestyling, it depends on what method you're using. It depends on what you're doing to practice. I have the limitless flow method that is in my program that if you just do it 5 minutes a day for 2 weeks, you're gonna start feeling really confident, okay? It took me 3 years of practicing because I didn't really have a mentor. Like, I had one guy give me the 2 golden rules of don't worry about rhyming when starting out and don't stop if you mess up. And that's what, those golden rules got me into songwriting, they got me into freestyling, they got me into just like recording all kinds of music and expressing myself. So I really appreciate those 2 golden rules. But with just those 2 golden rules, you still have to kind of figure out things on your own. And so I didn't really have a mentor besides that. Besides those 2 golden rules, I didn't really have a mentor teaching me how to rap. So it took me about 3 years of practicing freestyling and writing songs to feel really confident and to start performing and to start recording albums like that. But my hope, that's why I created this program, and so I created this YouTube channel. My hope is that with the training that I give you is that you'll learn a lot faster. With my 4-step program, you learn how to freestyle rap in just 5 minutes. With 5 minutes, you'll freestyle rap for your first time, start getting into a flow, then we have advanced training. And if you practice those steps once a day for 5 minutes, in 2 weeks, you'll be really comfortable with that. And that's in my program. That's more back and forth training where we go back and forth on a beat. So that's, I'll have a link to that below. The cool thing is though, if anybody on this call today, if anybody gets my freestyle training or if they get Aaron's how to sing training to help you with melodic rapping, I'll give you my beat making course for free. So I already have discounts to my courses below. You can check them out. There are 2 courses on Udemy. That's where I teach. I teach on Udemy and I teach on my private website, but it's the same course. So the same course is on my Udemy, is on my private website. And then one of the courses includes more private group training. And then, but if you guys get any of my courses today, or if you get Aaron's course today, just give me your username, or if you get Aaron's course, send me your order number and I'll give you my beat making course for free where it teaches you how to make beats on your phone, on your iPhone. So if you have an iPhone, I'll give you my course for free. All you gotta do is get one of my courses below. So that's cool. Does anybody else have any more questions? Or anybody has any reasons like, why aren't you guys if you guys aren't in my class, why aren't you in my class yet? I kinda wanna know. I wanna know why people aren't in the class. Like if you guys wanna get better at rapping, why aren't you in my class? I tried to make it pretty affordable for you guys. But it's just like, for me, it's kind of like, if you guys invest even just a little bit of money into the program, that shows me that you're more serious and it's easy to work. Like, I've given my course away for free to people and they don't use it. It's like, but when people just invest a little bit of money in it, they're more likely to use it. They're a part of my group. They start contributing to my group. They ask good questions, and the questions kind of help everybody out, helps everybody learn better. Oh, you weren't aware that I had a class? Well, you weren't even aware, Jetty? I would get you in this program, but I can't afford it. And if I try to work, I'm only 14, so I can't get a job. Okay, that makes sense. I understand that. Wasn't aware that you had a class. Yeah, I have classes below. You can check them out. I would get you limitless program, but I can't afford it. Okay. All right. That's cool. Is your class live? My class it's a combination of live and but the heart of the class is the training that I already recorded, but it's set up really live. So people say it feels like a live cypher, a live like rap cypher, because I put on beats and I have you go through these 4 specific steps where we start out really simple. They're kind of steps that, you know, an 8-year-old could do. They start out really simple, and it's just to help get your brain into a kind of creative flow state, so it's a lot easier to freestyle rap and come up with your own lyrics. So it feels live because I kind of pretend I'm right there with you, and I give you time to rap over the beat, and I'm like bobbing my head, and then I rap. Okay, Austin says, how can I make my voice more rap style? I don't like my voice because it don't sound rap. All right, that is a super popular question. And like that's a really great question, and I'm going to talk about that. I think I have like 5 minutes left, so let me read that one more time, so I want to make sure I got that right. So how do I make my voice more rap style? I don't like my voice because it doesn't sound rapped. All right, so I'm going to tell you a quote that I heard from a famous rapper. I forgot what the rapper's name was, but what he said was, instead of trying to be the next Kendrick Lamar or Eminem, focus on trying to be the first you. Okay, so if you have like a weird voice, that's awesome in hip hop. Like if you sound different, the main thing with hip hop, you know, originality is king in hip hop. And a lot of people have a problem with their voice is because they think they need to sound like the rappers on the radio or the rappers, you know, they hear that are big on the internet. You know, these days it's the internet. It's like whatever rappers you hear are popular, most people want to sound like those rappers, and they start disrespecting their own voice because they feel like it doesn't sound like those rappers. The best way to get confident in your voice is to record your voice and to hear it in your headphones. You know, it's okay. You can just trip out with your voice. You know, I have some videos on my YouTube channel that you can look up. I have 2 different videos about rap voices that you can check out. But the main thing is that whatever voice you have is to know that it's cool. I know it's going to be hard to know that it's cool right now because you might be really worried about trying to, you know, that you don't sound like the most famous rappers right now. But the thing is, if you're confident in whatever voice you have, even if you sound like a mouse, even if you're like, I am the best motherfucking rapper on the planet, you know, even if you sound like a mouse and you rap high pitch, if you own it, whatever you own and whatever you just claim as your own, that is what sets you apart. That's what makes you unique. And that's how you're gonna get a unique set of fans from just being yourself, which sounds really corny, but the main thing is, because I hated my voice starting out. Like, I hated my voice. My brother's considering giving me 20 bucks. I'm so happy. That's cool. Hey, that's so nice of your brother. Yeah. See, that's awesome. See, that's dedication. When you start looking for ways to help yourself, that shows that you really want to get better. So that's really cool. And when you figure out how to get in, I'm just gonna help you even more. I'm gonna try to do these live videos more often. I'm gonna try to do it maybe every day this month because I wanna help you guys out and just connect with you guys more and just hear more about what your questions are. So again, with improving your voice, because that's such a popular question, again, I hated my voice, and the main thing I did to help like my voice is just record more. Like, the best way to get used to your voice is to pick beats that you really like. Like, find some beats that you love. For me, it's DJ Premier beats. I love DJ Premier. I feel like DJ Premier beat mathematics, I feel like makes everybody's voice sound cool. So if you don't like your voice, put on that beat, practice freestyling on it, practice writing to it, and just rap on that. And if you're really worried about your voice, send me, you know, and you want me to check it out and you know, just so one person can hear it, because just one person hearing your voice can help you, as long as they're nice, as long as they're not, you know, really mean about it. But if you want to send me like a private YouTube link of you rapping or a private SoundCloud link, I will check it out. I'll let you know what I think of your rap voice and stuff like that. Okay, so thanks again for watching this video. If you guys get my course below, or Aaron's course about how to sing, I will give you my beat making course for free. All you gotta do is send me an email to, I think it's dopebeatsforlife@gmail. My email's below. My email, oh, thank you. I'm really glad. Arrow X Evolver. That's a cool name. Bye, I love your channel. Can I send you a WAV file? Yeah, for sure. Send me a WAV file. What I would recommend, you can either send me a private message through YouTube, or there's the email below. Send me your email, and I'll you know, and I will tell you what I think of your voice. Thanks, appreciate what you're doing. Cool. Austin, dude, I'm sure your voice is awesome. Like, I'm sure your voice is really, really cool. Like, again, no matter if you sound like a mouse, or if you sound like a woman, or if you sound like a squirrel or a bear or anything, it doesn't matter. The main thing is just to accept that originality is king. Originality is always going to be king in hip hop, right? Because if everyone's trying to rap like what's his name? Action Bronson. He got dissed for trying to sound like one of the Wu-Tang members. I forgot the guy's name. He got dissed hard for trying to sound like Wu-Tang, and people say they sound exactly alike. So when people sound exactly alike, you're just going to get hated on a lot more. So worrying about trying to have a rap voice or, you know, be hard, like for a while for me, I didn't want to rap because at the time when I was coming up, it was all gangster rap, and I wasn't gangster at all, obviously. You know, it was all like, it was Tupac and Biggie, and it was a lot of gangster dudes. It was NWA, you know, it was that, you know, Ice Cube and Ice-T. It was a lot of gangster shit. That was the stuff that was on the radio. Check in the description of this video and you can find my email. Jadid, check in the description, and I have an email there you can hit me up with. The best way is send me a YouTube unlisted link. You know, just upload. You can turn your wave into a video. But yeah, anyway, I was coming up. It was all gangster, so I was really insecure because I'm not gangster. I was insecure about my voice. I had friends tell me that I shouldn't even listen to rap because I'm white, even though I'm half Chilean, I'm half Latino, I'm half Hispanic, but I look really white, and either way, it doesn't matter. But I had friends that tell me that, and I believed it because you know, all I heard was that. But then I started getting into underground hip hop, and underground hip hop is a lot more diverse. You know, there's white, black, Asian, you know, Indian, Filipino rappers. Like, underground hip hop is a lot more diverse. If you look at the percentages of different ethnicities, the underground hip hop I was listening to, like Living Legends, you know, Freestyle Fellowship, Boak, he's another like local rapper. Just a lot of different races, right? And so I was really worried about my race and my voice and all these different things. But what I realized is that, you know, real hip hop celebrates originality. It celebrates uniqueness. It celebrates, you know, people that are different. And that's what's awesome about it. So, and the cool thing about it is that it helps you be confident in who you are already. It helps you express who you already are, because there's only one you in this world. If you die, then all that originality that you have is dead too, right? So it's like there's only one you in the world, and so it's really good to find your own voice, or just get comfortable, you know, expressing yourself in your own voice and being confident in your own voice. And this channel is designed, I try to create this so you can be confident, give yourself permission to hopefully get that confidence. Austin, okay, Austin asks, do you know any app where I can record a video of me rapping and also has my lyrics on it? Yes. Do you have an iPhone or Android? I know for iPhone, Brap, B-R-A-P-P, Brap app, you can record your voice and raps over beats. They already have beats. Rhymeo is another one, R-H-Y-M-E-O. Okay, Austin prefers underground rap more than this trending shit. Okay, cool. Okay, so you must, whatever underground rap you're listening to, you must really like it and you really respect it, and you want to make sure that you sound as good as that stuff too, and that's cool, I understand that. The main thing is just give yourself permission to start recording. Once you start recording and you're hearing your voice to get lost in your own headphones, like even if no one else hears, start getting used to your voice, maybe play it for one person that you trust, and you'll start getting more confident in your voice, like that. So yeah, the best apps for recording your voice are, there's another one called Take. Take is a good way to get, it's called T-A-K-E. It's one where you can record your voice with. But the best ones that already have beats on it is Brap, B-R-A-P-P. Record your raps on that. And then Rhymeo. Rhymeo is really cool. R-H-Y-M-E-O. That's for recording freestyles, and Brap's more for recording writtens, but you can freestyle. I'm on there. If you can follow me on Brap at Papara, P-A-R, P-A-T-P-A-R-R-A. All right, I hope this helps. What's the difference between the two links in the description on the Limitless Flow? Okay, so one of the links is my just standard freestyle, where if you just want to learn how to freestyle for fun, I have some advanced training in there, but it's just all freestyling. It's all about helping you freestyle. 100% freestyle, and I'm adding freestyle exercises to that one and challenges. But if you want to learn how to freestyle and you want to learn how to write songs and rap like a pro, develop your flow, work on enunciating, and also get more exercises and get more live training,